Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Flagrant Talk Sports Podcast. It's me, Isaiah, back with my favorite co host, Moses Famino.
How's it going, everybody? Good to be back today.
We know what time it is, man. It is playoff basketball, play in basketball. So, in this video, we're doing play in and playoff all at once because the schedules are kind of weird. We'd have to post a video on game ones, and you guys are going to want to see game ones because we're going to want to see game one. So, we figure we'll tie in the play in because it doesn't even matter for the East, and then we'll acknowledge it out West and kind of fill out our bracket that way. Um, Excited to record this video. It's crazy we are already at another postseason making our picks. And as for this week, we'll have a WrestleMania video Wednesday. We will have more NBA content. I'd expect a round by round thing is the way we'll probably do these videos. So we've got it nice and precise on the bracket. We'll have more baseball content. We'll have the draft next week. We've got a ton of stuff. So stay tuned for all that. But we all know what you're here for. It's NBA playoff time. We're going to make our picks. We're going to start out East because it's the East. And then we'll get to the exciting stuff out West. Mo, anything to add before we get into the video?
Man, I think you covered all of our bases. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned for some exciting sports stuff this week,
Mm-hmm.
other sports throughout the rest of these weeks. But yeah, man, I'm ready to dive into this playoff bracket and give the people what they want.
Let's do it. We've got the full bracket up here on screen, but we're going to be using NBA's bracket challenge so that we can also say games and it'll look a little cleaner with the round by round breakdown of what we've got. Um, Starting things off, we will start in the Eastern Conference, and that will be, let me toggle on this for you guys. The Cavs going up against either the Orlando Magic, the Atlanta Hawks, who are always here, the Chicago Bulls, who are always here, and the Miami Heat, who are always here. Um, Before making your pick, I guess, for the series, what team do you have winning this? We will have Orlando versus Atlanta and Chicago versus Miami. The so what team do you have setting up for this series?
Yeah, just a little breakdown of the play-in. The
Mm-hmm.
Bulls are facing off against the Heat in the play-in for the third straight season. Pretty
Bro.
crazy. The storylines all throughout the playoffs are amazing. I feel like all of these series, all these games are must see just
Mm-hmm.
because of these storylines. The Heat have won the last two matchups in the play-in, but they had a pretty big piece on their team during
Yeah.
those games in Jimmy Butler. And the Bulls this season have swept the Heat in the season series, actually. So I'm gonna lean Bulls in that matchup. Then I would say in the Magic Hawks. Oh man, I feel like, as you said, Hawks are always here. I feel like the statistics lean in the Hawks' favor, but for whatever reason, it's been the year of the youth. I'm gonna go with the Magic to knock them off, get in to that 7 seed to face off against
Mm-hmm.
our Celtics, leaving Hawks, Bulls. I feel like, it's tough, especially coming off that momentum of winning that first play-in game. It'd be hard to pick against the Bulls, but for whatever reason, Trey Young, I know he was snubbed as an all-star this year. He did get in because Giannis was injured. I feel like he's a little upset. Dyson Daniels, unbelievable season. Probably going to win most
Yeah.
improved, as you said. It's been a little bit under the radar, though. I feel like they're just kind of disrespected. I'm going to go Hawks. But I'm going to make a long story short here. It's not going to matter. I have Cleveland knocking off any of these teams. I wanted to go sweep because I don't see many other sweeps happening in this playoffs, but I'm going to give them a little respect. Gentleman sweep in 5 for
Yeah.
whoever the Cavs play.
Yeah, I for the first game, Orlando, Atlanta, I am picking Orlando to win that one. I like the way they've been playing, winners of 7 of their last 10, playing some good basketball. They've had a really injury-riddled season. Obviously, Suggs out. Paula missing time. They had Franz missing time. They've KCP has not been what we were excited to see there. So it's been a weird season for Orlando, but they've found themselves playing some good basketball here. I've got them as the 7 seed, taking on, as you said, our Celtics, who are the same there. Bulls, Heat. I'm with you. I'm picking the Bulls. They have been sneaky fun, kind of post All Star break, where Kobe White has been amazing this year. He has been so good. They moved off of
Mhm.
a lot of those pieces with Levine and obviously DeMar in the offseason, and they're starting to retool. They're starting to do the things that the Bulls fandom and everything has been wanting. Um, and I'm picking
Yep.
them to beat Miami. This isn't the Miami team of old. I'm out on the team, even though Hero is playing some great basketball right now. Um,
Yeah.
that sets up for Hawks Bulls. And every year, I'm putting this in the video now so I can hold myself to it. Every year I say, this is the year the Hawks get in. They're a top 6 seed. They're safe. They're not gonna be here. I'm done with that. They're here until further notice. Ricochet has played great on the second half of this year. He has played some amazing basketball. Jalen Johnson still waiting for that next step, but has looked good. Trey Young, we know what he can do. He could be the best player in any game at any given time. But I'm going with the Bulls to make it as the 8 seed, going with a little
Mhm.
more wild of a pick here. But I'm liking the
Yeah.
basketball that I'm seeing from them. Winners of 6 of their last 7, playing some good basketball. And we'll see what Vooch and Kobe White and Giddy has played really well. We've got to reevaluate that Caruso Giddy trade because it might be a little different than we anticipated at the time. Buzelis is a
Yeah.
rookie, is a guy I'm really excited to see grow. But I've got the Bulls getting in as an 8 seed. And like you said, I'm picking the Cavs in a sweep to take care of business. All of that to say, the Cavs are simply the better team. Them and the Celtics are head and shoulders above their competition. So I'm going with the Cavs, obviously handily here in a 4-game series against the Bulls. And
I love it, man. I was almost right there with you in the exact same fashion, but
yeah,
yeah,
because
these
it doesn't
teams,
really
man,
matter.
it
It
doesn't really
doesn't really
matter.
matter. You
Sorry.
really, I mean, we could give any of these 4 teams, no disrespect to those fan bases, but even they'd have to know we're screwed. We're
Realistically,
not beating
yeah,
Boston. We're not beating
yeah.
Cleveland. It's not happening.
You might
Um,
get a
so
game, you're not getting a
we
series.
totally,
Mhm.
totally.
Yeah,
Maybe the sweep was disrespectful, but like you said, there's not many spots to get sweeps. If it's going to be
I'm fine with
anywhere,
it.
I feel good out
Yeah,
east with the 1 and 2 seeds, given that. So
yep.
we've got that there. A series way more intriguing, the 4 seeded Indiana Pacers coming off that conference finals appearance last year, taking on the 5 seeded Bucks. Dame Liss, question mark. We'll see. There's now
Mhm.
speculation he could come back. He's getting tested, but I don't think he'll come back in this series, is my opinion as an outsider.
Agreed.
Um, Rematch of what we had last year. Obviously, the Pacers won that. Mo, who do you have in this series?
This one, man, I wish Damian Lillard was healthy because I'm spoiler alert, already feeling the Bucks, even with Dame's status in question. The Pacers, yes, they are the 4 seed. Not really, especially coming off of that conference finals run, not an impressive step up season from that. Um, it was kind of a Cinderella run, if you can call it that. In the NBA, all these teams are professional teams. Obviously, they're capable of going on these runs, but it wasn't expected last season. I feel like kind of just taking a step back. Halliburton, still obviously great NBA player. I feel like Giannis is going to be the best player on the court by a pretty good margin, and then it's going to be, is it Halliburton? Is Kuzma, who is now getting to play some meaningful basketball for the first time in a while? Is he going to
Mhm.
step up in the playoffs? Um, there are definitely question marks on both sides, and a lot more intriguing than our first matchup. But I'm gonna lean Giannis. The Bucks took this season series 3-1. I'm gonna have them win this series in 6 games. Um, Even without Dame, which could be crazy. If they had Dame, I probably would have done this in 5. But I'm just leaning Bucks, man. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a case of us repeating history where we pick against Indiana and then they prove us wrong. I'm not discounting that. It's a deep team. Halliburton is still playing great, even if he isn't the like first half of last year where we thought, oh my God, this guy could be the best point guard in the NBA. What he is
Yep.
still a tremendous playmaker, can give you 20 any night. I'm loving, I hate seeing Dame out because we're getting robbed as basketball fans again, on top of just wanting him to be healthy. But
Yeah.
my God, point Giannis has been insane. He has been on an absolute tear. The Bucks have won their last 8 games in a row. They're heading into the postseason hot. Both these teams, though, have won 8 of their last 10. I'm going with the Bucks as well. The Pacers are a deep team. I love Spicy P. He's a do-it-all guy, and he played some great basketball the last time these teams played in the postseason last year. I think we're in for a close series, but the Bucks are going to have the best player on the court throughout the entire series. He is on an all-time tear, and I am with you. I'm taking the Bucks in 6 games to defeat the Indiana Pacers. But my God, I think this is going to be a fun series out east. A lot closer than the 1v8 or 2v7. So this is an East one I'm genuinely excited for, because I think we're going to get some good basketball here.
Very well could go 7. Like this, yeah,
Totally.
it's gonna be
Pacers
gotta
can
tune
win.
in.
Pacers can
Yep,
win.
100%.
So not counting them out, but it's where we're at. On to
Hmm.
the 3v6. Man, first of all, round of applause to the Detroit Pistons. It's them and the Rockets to me out west that are the two like best storylines of this season. Like
Yep.
heartwarming to see what was some of the worst, I mean, historically the worst basketball we've seen in our lifetimes in Detroit. Cade Cunningham proving, hey, I am the guy going forward. I am an all star. All of those, any doubters, put them to rest. I'm that good. The Pistons are a great collective of talent. They've got great youth. They have great coaching. Malik Beasley has come in and been the best signing. I will say it, the best signing of free agency from last year, given his contract and getting a guy who's giving you 16 points, knocks down plenty of threes. He has
Hooping.
been a stud. Yes, they went out and acquired Dennis Schroeder this year. Like they've done some things. Tobias Harris has played some good basketball. The Pistons have been really good, but sadly, the Knicks are just better. And Brunson is coming back. He isn't 100%. You can see it in his play that he isn't, the Brunson that we've been used to, but he is undoubtedly a playoff riser. You look at what he did in that Sixer series last year and how amazing he was. So I'm going with the Knicks. Cat is playing maybe the best basketball of his career. I'm hoping
Sure.
he can continue to quiet those playoff doubters. Same with Julius Randle with the Timberwolves, which we'll get to. But I like this Knicks team. They are, the two obvious threats out east are the Cavs and Celtics. Most people have them penciled into the conference finals. I think the Knicks are the one team that have like a real chance outside of that. So give me the Knicks in 6. I think the Pistons will be able to make it competitive, but the Knicks are simply the better team. I love the matchups with McCall and OG and all of that. What they can do to you on the wings.
Dude, we are pretty locked in to start this bracket, at least out east. I also have the Knicks in 6. The defense that they can throw at you with their wing depth, with the way that Cat has
Hmm.
been playing, it is, I think, just going to be a little bit too overwhelming for a Pistons team who a lot of people are saying it's all on Cade's shoulders. Yes, most of it is, but as you said,
Hmm.
Beasley has been playing so well and shooting the
He
ball
has.
such a good percentage from 3 that if he gets hot, he can steal a game or two in this series. As you said, both of us having the Knicks though in 6 because of their defensive depth and strength.
Mhm.
Brunson, although as you said, injured, he is just a dog, gritty player. He's
Yeah,
going to play to the best of his ability, even if he's 80, 70%. And that's still going to be
totally.
better than most guys just because of that dog that he has. But
Seriously.
this will also be another fun little throwback
Hmm.
bad boy Piston old school
Hell
Knicks
yeah, man.
playoff series vibe that just it's gonna be fun to watch. But man,
And the Pistons have embraced that too over
yep,
the course of this year. They're playing like the bad guys. Isaiah Stewart,
yep,
Malik Beasley talking trash. Like I like they have swagger. They have an
hmm,
identity. They play to it. I agree with your point of the Knicks' number one thing should be Cade. Stop him. Stop Cade. We're doing whatever we can to slow him down. But the Pistons got guys outside of that. I'm not saying
yep,
they might have to have like a Miami Heat role player type thing to do it, but
yeah,
I'm not rolling them out. It's been an amazing year. They could get swept, and it's still an A+ season for the Pistons. So, congrats to Detroit and all of their fans. You guys deserve this after all you've been through. Um,
absolutely.
on to our Celtics now, who we both have taking on Orlando. I could keep this one short and sweet as well, save us some time. I've got the Celtics in 5 because Orlando always happens to play us tough, and I am going to give them the credit of at least getting a game. I could see it going 6. JB hasn't quite looked 100%. It it worries me a bit as a Celtics fan, but they've been on cruise control. It's hard to even evaluate them in the Cavs in the final, I don't know, half of the season. Like it's not like the basketball they've been playing has had a ton of meaning because they did all that work, front loading in the season. But I've got the Celtics in 6 taking care of business. Mo, what have you got?
Dude, I feel like I a lot of our games have been very similar. I also have the Celtics in 5.
Beautiful.
I
Beautiful.
as well won't beat a dead horse. Magic very well could win a game or two in this series, but the Celtics, even on the road, as we've talked about, 33-8 this season, just
Yeah.
getting it done in every fashion of the game. Obviously, yes, very, very 3-point heavy, and sometimes that ends up being a detriment to this team. But in the
Hmm.
playoffs, I'm sure they are going to figure it out. I feel like Zay and I were having this conversation off camera. They're going
Yeah.
to adapt in the playoffs. I feel like the regular season, they can get away with shooting 40, 53s because it's the regular season. Knowing Joe
Exactly.
Mazzulla, if they're not knocking down shots, he's going to figure out ways to get them going at the rim and get them
Yeah.
firing on all cylinders again. The depth of this team, um, very well, just like the Magic's depth, they're a very solid, well-rounded team. But Celtics with that star-studded talent,
Yeah.
the experience, I think it's just gonna be a little too much for these Magic. Just a little bit too soon for them, but they're on the rise,
Agreed.
man. As you said, these young
They are.
bucks down there, they're getting ready to, I think, make some noise
Yeah.
in the East here soon.
And they too are kind of using the Celtics formula with their wings and Wagner and Paulo. This is going to be a scary team in the East. It's
Yep.
sadly just not their year. They've been banged up, but we'll see what they can do going forward. On to the next round, Cavs, Bucks. Good basketball here again. If Dame was healthy, I would give this maybe a little more thought, but not knowing what I'm going to get, I'm going to take the Cavs in 6 to end up winning and going to the conference finals. I do think that the Bucks are playing some really good basketball, but they're not playing Cavs basketball, who have been a top 2 team, top 3 team all year long. And give me Cleveland in 6.
As always, probably should have stated this before the video, but I'm sure you guys are getting sick and tired of hearing us say the same damn thing over and over and over. Zay and I don't know each other's brackets,
No, we don't.
but I also have the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games for a lot of your same reasons. The question marks of Dame, the
Mhm.
level that the Cavs have played this year, especially in the East against these teams, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giannis might should be the best player on the court in this series, but the Cavs backcourt leading the league in scoring, the jump of Evan Mobley down low, they're going to be just fine against Giannis and company. Give me the Cavs in 6 games, man.
I love it. I love it. And we've got our Celtics versus the Knicks, a team that we have taken care of this year. The
Yep.
Celtics have just dominated the Knicks, and I don't see it being any different this time around. The predicted conference finals is no different for me. I've got Cavs, Celtics. I'll give the Knicks 2. And maybe, given the fact the Celtics swept them, that might be a little heavy, but I'm expecting them to rise a bit and play some better basketball, but that's what I got.
So the jumping to the Bucks real quick. They got swept by the Cavs, and I had the Cavs win in 6.
Oh,
For
good
some
point.
reason, I'm switching that for this series though. Call me a homer. The dominance of the Celtics this season
Wow.
against the Knicks, I have them in 5 winning this series. I'm
I
not
love
gonna
it,
go sweep, but that most recent overtime victory against New York, man,
bro.
just kind of summarized what they can do to this team, even when the Knicks are
Right.
playing at their best level. Like that was one of the best performances the Knicks have had this season, and it matters that much more because of how late it was in the season, and they still couldn't get it done. No disrespect to New York. I was very, very nervous, knock on wood, at the beginning of the season. I thought that you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
were going to be the team to combat my Celtics and potentially bring us down. But it is just destined for the Cavs and Celtics to have this Eastern Conference Finals. So all the talk, all the debate can be settled on the court in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Just the dominance alone, like, I don't think it can swing that heavily the other way to where the Knicks win this series, but they could definitely keep it more competitive than in the regular season.
Yep.
Um, On to the conference finals, Cavs, Celtics, Mo. Who do you have going to the finals? Is it back-to-back appearances for the C's?
The Celtics and Cavaliers split the season series.
2-2.
These two teams have had a good feel for each other throughout the season. I don't see that changing in this conference finals. I think this series is the first time the Celtics and Cavs get truly tested. This one's going
Yeah.
7. I'm going to have my Boston Celtics knock off the Cavaliers in 7 games. The experience, hopefully by this point, there's no questions of the health of Jaylen Brown. Should Tatum have been resting more down the stretch? All of these things will
Yeah.
be settled by now, and this team is going to be firing on all cylinders. I expect the exact same from the Cavs. That's why I have this series going 7. But at the end of the day, I think the champs are in an amazing position to defend their title. As hard as it is to repeat, this team and their abilities on both sides of the ball are definitely one of the ones that can get it done. And we'll see what I have out west, but man, it's going to be hard for me to pick against them.
Yeah. Well, I thought maybe if you went first, we'd have a different result, but I as well have Celtics in 7 against the Cavs.
Yep.
2-2 season split. It's gonna be the same exact thing this time. Love the pickup of DeAndre Hunter for the Cavs this year. It's
Huge.
exactly what you need to combat the Celtics. So I love that pickup. Ty Jerome. You've got 2 6-man of the year candidates and PP probably the winner going at it. Ty Jerome has
Yep.
been amazing, totally unlocked here in Cleveland. Great size to defend you. It would not shock me one bit. The Cavs have been that good out east, but I'm trusting the C's to take care of business. They know what it's like to get here. They know what it's like to make it into the finals, to win a title together. It's basically the same team. I've got the same result heading to the NBA Finals and representing the East. And that leaves us with the Western Conference,
Oh,
the Thunder. Man, best team in basketball all year. Chet misses a large piece of the season, doesn't matter. Isaiah Hartenstein isn't healthy to start the year, doesn't matter. Everything hasn't mattered. Best record in basketball. The youth hasn't mattered. They have looked incredible. But first, some play in basketball. The Warriors will take on the Grizzlies, and the Kings will take on the Mavs. These playing games do matter, unlike the East, because they could have drastic ramifications as to what is to come. Um,
yeah.
First game, Warriors Grizzlies. Give me the Warriors to take care of business and beat Memphis, make it in as a 7 seed. That final game of the year against the Clippers was amazing. It was a nice little bite size playoff game basically between the Warriors and
Mhm.
Clips. So loved seeing that. I think Jimmy Butler has added some new fire. Draymond Green, you could argue, is the best defender of the last 2 months. He has been truly amazing. Um, so I've got them taking on a young Rockets team. We'll get to that down the road, but I know a lot of people are hot on that. I'll add this. Nope, that's a spoiler. Never mind.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
and then Kings Mavs. Ugh. Sorry, that was rude. Give me give me the Kings. No, give me the Ugh. Give me the Mavs. Give me the Mavs. My God. To take on Memphis. Ultimately, Memphis wins. I have the Grizzlies in as the 8 seed to take on the Thunder. Took a little flip flopping last second, but Mo, what do you have in these play-in games?
I don't remember if you mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I feel like Zay and I reserve the right to flip on these picks.
Great
It
ad.
is just
Great ad.
there's so much going on, so much coming out over these next few days that depending on how these play-in games work out, I feel like we reserve
Yep.
the right to make some changes. But with that aside, I'm with you on the Warriors pick. I have them
Yeah.
after, that bad taste in their mouth, losing to the Clippers and dropping into this situation. I think they're going to win game one, get it done, get in to face off against a more favorable matchup in the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Kings, Mavs. I want to go Mavs because of how good Anthony Davis has been. For whatever reason, though, the Kings, they've had the recipe against the Mavs this year, and that was with Luka as well. 2 of the 3 games that they played, they swept the season series. I'm going to lean Sabonis and the Kings. I know it's a little bit of a different team as well there with, Fox gone and no Monk, Which, oh, I forgot about that. Give me the Mavs. I forgot Monk is out.
Yeah.
Give me the Mavs. If Monk was in, I would have leaned, but I'm giving the AD the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah.
And I think I have the Grizzlies either way. Knock them off.
Yeah.
But with that set, Thunder Grizzlies. If I have the Thunder beating them in 6 games.
I've got it in 5. So I'm in the same boat as you. Team, and we'll get to the next team that fired their head coach as well. And this late into the year, you're taking on a team that's too cohesive, too good, has the best player in the series in SGA.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Thunder pretty handily.
The defense, the offense, yeah, it's going to be better than any of these 4 teams statistically. Right. Again, it's the NBA. Anything can happen, but the youth is definitely scary for the Thunder, but this team is too good to have the season that they have and lose a first round series like that.
I agree. And Nuggets Clips 4-5. What a hell of a series. The other team that fired their head coach and GM, that's its own video. But insane to do it. I thought one of them would be gone in the offseason. They said, nope, let's do both of them and do it with less than 5 games left in the regular season as we're competing to be in the playoffs. Sure. On the other note, the Clippers. There might not be a hotter team in basketball right now. Kawhi is looking like playoff Kawhi. He is hooping out of his mind. Norman Powell has played like an all-star. James Harden, yeah, that guy still rocks. Zubac, my lord, all NBA caliber big. He has been that good. Like Moses and I were talking about this off camera about like, dude, when we do our center rankings, he's going to have a really good case of being high. He's played some amazing basketball. With the Nuggets, let me add in, this is a 2-2 split. The Clippers won the first 2 games, the Nuggets won the last 2, but neither teams have played since like the first week of January. The Nuggets had a different coach. And it's this to me is a 7-game series. I have this going 7. The Nuggets have the best player on the court, and that will allow you to compete against any team on any night. It's a guy I gave the MVP to. But give me, and I might be a fool. But I'm banking on their health. Give me the Los Angeles Clippers in 7 games to go on and go up against the Thunder. And let me add something else in here. This might be exactly what the Clippers want going forward.
Dude, so I forgot to add this in with the Bucks, but I'm going to add it in for the Clippers. The Clippers are looking to avoid losing in the first round 3 straight seasons.
Sweet God.
That is just disgusting as a fan to have to go through an entire season, get excited, amped up for the playoffs. Yeah, we got a chance to prove something. You're bounced round 1. I also have the Clippers winning this series.
Love it.
I don't have it in 7. I have it in 6 because I'm so worried of it getting to a game 7 and Jokic putting up a 40-point triple-double and just willing the Nuggets to victory. I think the Clippers have to get it done before it gets to that do-or-die game because I don't think Jokic would go home, is my...
He put up a 50-point triple-double and lost. So anything is possible.
That's what I'm saying. It is possible. So I'm not mad at... I obviously have the same pick as you. I just have it in 6, which could be even more crazy. These 2 series in the middle for the West could destroy
Arc-Soling.
this bracket for me. This like
Yeah.
I could be either I could be cooking right now or I might be the one getting cooked. I don't know.
Getting
We'll see, but this this series is gonna be insane, dude. Like as you said, the
and
Clippers are just so hot, and the Nuggets too many question marks for me. I have LA.
we got Russ going up against his old team
Oh
too. So we've got that kind of fun aspect in there as well. Most importantly, the Clippers have my boy Ben Simmons, and I'll forever ride or die with my guy, no matter what
man.
he's doing. But they've looked great. Derrick Jones was an amazing. I totally
Man.
whiffed on this Clippers team, and I can't. I'm
Yeah,
not even mad at it because it's all health based that I rule this team out on.
we talked
So when you're
about it. Yep.
healthy, and the greatest thing they ever did was let PG walk. That's the greatest thing the Clippers have ever done in their lives. But
Dude.
that's
Dude.
we'll talk about people that are in the playoffs, not out. Um, three
Ooh.
seeded Lakers, six seeded Timberwolves. This is the series of the
Dude.
first round. This is crack. This
Dude.
is this is basketball glory. Luca, who eliminated this team last year, going up against a Minnesota team. Rudy Gobert, bro, he has been insane. Talk about a late season depoy push. He's looked great.
Yep.
This Timberwolves team is literally built with their bigs and Nas Reed and I almost said Cat and Gobert and those pieces that they've got there and McDaniels to beat the Lakers. They're built in that way. But I'm taking the Lakers in again 7 games to win
Dude,
this series.
dude.
This is going to be an all-time one post Luka. This Lakers team has looked amazing. 50 wins. I am excited to see Redick there as a first-time head coach getting this opportunity to see him in the playoffs, but my lord, what a series.
Oh my gosh, dude, there's no way. I had the Timberwolves this whole time since the bracket has came out. I'm just doing some research today. I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing. And I just can't get Luka Doncic hitting that step back over Rudy out
Dude.
of my damn head, man.
Oh,
I also have the Los Angeles Lakers. Who would have thought these two LA teams who at the beginning of the season, a lot of people were, were kind of like, meh. Who would have thought we'd
yep,
have both of them winning their first round matchups against damn good opponents?
totally.
I I have the Lakers in 7, man. I trust them more down the stretch with Luca slash LeBron. Pick your poison. Oh yeah, we got Rui spotting up in the corner. If he's cooking, he's gonna knock it down. Dude, it's just obviously Luca had better bigs when he knocked off this Timberwolves team, and it was huge for them because the Timberwolves got Reed and Rudy and
Yeah.
can't forget about
Rand
Randall, although he's
Randall.
had his playoff struggles,
I'm
maybe
hoping he weathers that.
playing the team that drafted him, it kind of never worked out there. Maybe that fires him up and he has an amazing series
Mhm.
and the Timberwolves win it in 7 because he has a stellar performance. That's the minute little details that are gonna swing this
Totally.
series. I'm leaning Lakers though with Luca, man. That damn switch, bro. If that anytime that switch happens, Rudy's having PTSD. He needs a double team. He needs someone to
Dude,
help him out. It's just I couldn't get it out of my head. I tried.
he had Harden all those years too that he had to play against. Like it's been ridiculous in the playoffs what Rudy has had to
Oh,
experience as a big
yeah.
when he's this good of a player. Like it really does suck, but it's what happens when you play out west with all those guards, man. That's it's
Crazy,
sadly what you
man.
deal with.
Yep.
Um 2v7. Now, this is the caveat I was going to add earlier that I'll add now. If the 7 seed is the Grizzlies, I think the Rockets handle it cleanly. I think they get
I
out of
agree with
there
that. I
maybe
agree
in
with that.
5. I
I
yeah,
agree with that.
I think that's the thing. We both have the Warriors,
We do.
and this, as you can see on here, you guys can see it. Only 37% of people are picking the two-seeded Rockets to win in this
It's
series. A
insane.
team that has won over 50 games, a team that cruised here and was watching all of these other teams demolish themselves, going up against Curry and Butler and Draymond and all those guys. But are you one of those people, Mo, or are you picking the two seed? What's your angle here?
The Rockets' depth and youth has been way ahead of schedule. As we said, props to this team for just an unbelievable season, man. The double big with Steven Adams and Sengun,
Yeah,
that's going to be rough for this Warriors team who has been
very.
struggling all season long against size. But the fate of the universe on the line, Steph Curry, and I know it hasn't been, rainbows and butterflies. They've been playing unbelievable. He hasn't been doing anything crazy. But he will in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler, it's sickening. I'm glad I don't have to deal with this anymore in the East. Some of these West teams can experience some of the playoff Jimmy. I hope it happens. I think it's going to happen because I have the Warriors. I'm in the majority here, which is crazy, disrespecting the two seed, but I have the experience of Steph and the Warriors knocking off this Rockets team in 7 games, another 7 game series out west.
This is my third 7-game series out west, and I am glad you have the Warriors because I am picking the Rockets to go on and win this. Very difficult, like you said, playoff Jimmy. We know what happens when he cares and wants to play basketball, and that's what he's looked like in Golden State. But man, this Rockets team is deep. Sangoon is going to be able to get whatever he wants. It's going to be him down low saying, "Stop me." Amen Thompson, all the versatility he brings as a
Man,
defender.
yeah,
Jalen Green has taken a massive step this year where I can look at him and say comfortably, okay, you are one of the guys going forward. I
yep.
didn't know that going into this year. I know that now. And Freddie V is a vet who's with championship pedigree. Dylan Brooks is kind of that aggressor. Give me the Rockets in 7, but man, what a game that we're going to get between those two teams.
Dude, we
If it
talked about
happens.
it. I hope it happens because,
I do
as you
too.
said, I think that Grizzlies series would be hut.
It would be boring.
Um, Yeah, but we talked about it this offseason with the Rockets. Not that, we thought they were going to be a playoff team, but all these signings of, Fred and Brooks and, these, not more experienced guys to help out Jalen Green and the youth of Houston.
Yep.
We talked about it was going to benefit this team. We did not see it happening this fast.
No.
if
No.
if they can pull off that first round matchup, and obviously I can see it happening as I have it going 7 games. I do have the
Yeah.
Warriors, but if they can pull that off, man, just unbelievable turnaround for Houston.
Yeah.
One that they got to do a documentary or something on that because it's
Agreed.
insane when you think about it.
And Udoka has been, I mean, we know as Celtics fans, but
Yeah,
he's been amazing. He has totally
yeah,
rallied the troops there. He talks shit for his team on the court. He's beefing
yep.
with Braun. He'll beef with Curry. He doesn't care. And that swagger, I think, has also helped them as a leader.
Hmm.
Which either way sets up for some amazing basketball. Um, On to the semis. Thunder, Clips. I know I said this is kind of what the Clippers want. Whether they admit it or not, I think you want the younger team that you can slip up. I think that younger team is better. And I am taking the Thunder in 6 games to go on to the Western Conference Finals. They've been the best team in basketball this entire year. It is No different going up against the Clips in what will be an amazing game.
I'm just spamming 7-game series.
I
I
I love
have
it.
I'm just so undecided on all of these picks. I just feel like it's that close in the West. Alas, I'm going to also pick the Thunder in 7 over the Clippers.
Yeah.
But man, as we've talked about with how hot the Clippers are, man, they could very well send this young team packing. But I just, Shea playing his former team that, traded
Oh,
him
yeah.
into the
Yep.
position that he's in now. Like I feel like he's gonna bring it home for OKC in that one.
Yeah. That's a great storyline too that I totally neglected.
All
So,
over,
I
dude. It's
love that.
insane. Every single series.
Yeah. And the storyline for this one for you, at least, with Lakers Warriors, uh, it's Curry Braun. Curry
Of
Braun in a
course.
playoff series to go to the conference finals, careers dwindling in the twilight years, the twilight seasons. I'll ask you first. Who do you have advancing to take on the Thunder?
You asked me pre-trade deadline. I think the Lakers are gonna make the Western Conference Finals. Hell no. But then some dude named Nico decided to make the most
Bro.
boneheaded trade in history. And I think that trade, as we saw last season with the Mavericks, is enough to get the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals, as sickening as it is. Although the Warriors are going to be coming off a upset of the 2 seed, I think the Lakers get this done in 6 games. Luka, the if not number 1 behind Braun, he's going to be a better number 2 compared to Jimmy, I would say. Um, it's just again not as size dominant as some of these other teams, but Hayes is a lob threat. The wing size and depth that they have, I'm gonna go
Mhm.
Lakers, man, in a 6-game series there.
I have Lakers Rockets, and I am joining you with the same conference finals regardless. I
Wow.
have the Lakers winning. Austin Reeves has taken a massive jump, and to me, it's really that X factor. Getting Luca is the obvious thing, but the internal growth of Austin Reeves levels the Lakers up to a different level to me. I think they went from a really good team to, hey, can this team cut down the nets? Yeah,
Yeah.
I really do think the Lakers are capable of doing that. So I have the Rockets losing, but it's not strictly because it's the Lakers or anything like that. I have them losing in 6 games, but I think you're just a little too young. This is a spot where the Lakers are looking at you and they're like, hey, you're going to be really good post LeBron being there, but not yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've got the Lakers making it through to take on the Thunder. We've got a 40-40 split, according to the NBA, on what team is being picked here in the conference finals. Mo, who do you have taking on our Boston Celtics in the chip?
LeBron has beaten a young OKC team once before, previously in the NBA Finals. I have this sick feeling, and it could just be me wanting this Celtics Lakers matchup in the finals again. I just have this sick and maybe twisted feeling that the Los Angeles Lakers knock off the Thunder in 7 games
Wow.
and make it to the
Wow.
NBA Finals. As good as the Thunder have been all season long, as you said, Austin Reeves taking an unbelievable jump this season. For the Thunder, Is it gonna be Chet who's gonna be that three? Is it gonna be J Dub? They're one of them, 2, 3. Who's it gonna be? Are
Yep.
they gonna be able to step up when the lights are this bright? The brightest that they've been in their careers? I hope so. It would be sick to see them make it to the finals this early. And man, would our dynasty video look very good,
It
selfishly.
would
But
look very good.
I just think with they're gonna be here the next 5-10 years. It's gonna happen. I just think LeBron, he's running out of time, and he knows it, and Luka knows it. The rest of the team knows it. They're gonna get it done and get to the NBA Finals.
It's a very ESPN pick of you. Not that you're not that you're wrong at all, but it does feel that way. If it were possible and the Warriors end up as an 8 seed, the most ESPN thing ever would be Warriors Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. But that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
Not mad at your pick at all. I, though, am trusting what has been the best team all year. I'm trusting the Thunder to make it on through as the 1 seed out of the West to take on the Celtics. It's felt like these two were on a collision course. It's felt like
Yep.
these two, it was possible last year. I think this is the year. The Thunder had their youth kind of catch up to them last year in the postseason, and now it's time to go out there and take care of business. A series against the Lakers will not be easy. I've got the Thunder doing it again in 7 because
Yeah.
it's Braun. But then again, if it goes to 7, am I betting against Luca? Am I betting against Braun? I don't know. So maybe I should say 6, but I think just out of respect for Los Angeles, I'll have it in 7. Hell of a series, and that sets up. I guess I'll go first because I have it on
Yep.
here.
Yep.
It's not David versus Goliath. It's Goliath versus Goliath. Two monsters going at it in the finals. Thunder, Celtics, Tatum, SGA, J Dub, Jay
Oh my
Brown, all of these
dude.
pieces surrounding Porzingis and Chet who have been
KP and
compared as
Chet, dude.
unicorns. I
Yes, dude.
like,
Like,
bro, so many amazing things, but give me my Boston Celtics to go back to back. I don't want to click the thing because it might mess it up. Well, I guess now I have to. Oh, it didn't even matter. In 7 games to take on and win back to back trophies for the first time in a long time. Is it the Warriors? It's been a
yeah.
minute since we've had back to back titles, and I've got it going to Beantown. But for you, Lakers, Celtics, who have you got cutting down the nets?
Man, Luca getting another shot against the Celtics team. I would say with a better supporting cast. LeBron back in the finals with maybe his last chance to do so in his career. As you said, Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, Pritchard, Hauser off the bench, Al. You know Al's going to have an amazing playoff game. I don't know when, I don't know what round, but one is going to happen. It might come in this finals. Give me the Celtics in 6
Wow.
to go back to back, knock off the Lakers, hopefully reignite this West Coast East Coast rivalry for many years to come as Luka embraces the new face of LA. But I just think this team is too damn good. Both matchups that we had here probably deserving to go 7,
Bangers.
but at the end of the day, we have the same champion. Please let us know if we're wrong. Please let us know your thoughts. I'd love to be persuaded otherwise, because right now I don't see anyone knocking off this Celtics team in a 7-game series.
We both picked Boston last year and we're right, so we're hoping we can pick Boston this year and be right again. But that's it for the video. Let us know your picks. Who do you have winning? Who's your dark horse out east? Your dark horse out west? Do you have a different champ? Who is it? I'm specific. I can't wait to see the plan so I can know who's playing Houston. Because to me, that is going to be a hell of a series either way.
Yep.
But before we sign off, song of the pod, of
Yeah.
course. Mo, do you have one ready to roll?
I have one for the people before this NBA playoffs kicks off and some people tear up their brackets. Some of these teams tear up the court. I got Tear the Club Up by I Swear Vizo featuring Future.
Nice.
Just a
Great.
disgusting banger that if you haven't heard, you need to. I'm sure most of you have, but just getting me ready for the playoffs, man.
As for myself, I have one. Maybe I should have picked like a happier, upbeat one, but I have Last Night on Earth by Green Day. One of my favorite love songs of all time. It's the lyrics are so sweet. Love me some Green Day.
Yep.
And that's what we've got for the people. It's a monotone. Hey, if your team loses, play this. You know,
Yep. Yep.
that's the way to do it. If your
We
team
just got
loses,
we got the
yeah,
victory song, the lose song.
yeah,
Yes, sir. That
yeah.
was the point.
You know, that's the yeah, exactly. We planned it out. But yeah, that's that's the video. Let us know your picks, song of the pod, all that good stuff. Subscribe, like, whatever
Yep.
they add on, and then WrestleMania 41 video on Wednesday with Chris of Stay True Wrestling. Can't wait. See you guys in the next video. Take care and enjoy some playoff basketball. We deserve it.
Yep. It's about damn time. See y'all, everyone. Have a good one.
Absolutely. Peace out.